I keep working on all the Honda cars, all the front wheel drive, S2000 rear wheel drive. Then after I bought the Lotus, give me the more confidence and like a go-kart. So that's why I say, oh, there's a race car. But I feel good friends. They did really good time in the winter already with the Lotus. I got a car for like 4 or 5 years, but when I bought the car, it's like stock car. I tried to get the car to the track, then I feel like, oh, the cars need more modification. I put the wheels on first, then after I put a bigger wings, diffusers, then a titanium exhaust. I get a powerful sump done. Then after, okay, we need the brake. Then I put a 2-piece rotor. The front canard is not cool. I feel like the car is really go-karting. Hopefully I can get more good time. My name is Ed. I'm owner of a Sika Motorsport. Today I'm introduced by Lotus Exige.
What is up guys, my name is Clay Wong and today we're in a Lotus Exige S. The term driver's car comes from a lot of different things. Some people say a driver's car is a BMW M3, but I truly believe that the term driver's car originates from a Lotus. And this car preaches that in so many different aspects. This Lotus Exige S is all about driving. As soon as you enter this cockpit, it is as uncompromising as it gets. It's raw, it's visceral. They say the Lotus Exige S is designed for the track. We're gonna go put this car to the test right now to see how well it fares. We're on some mountain roads and I can't wait to drive this car. The power is so responsive. The supercharger unit on this Toyota 2ZZ engine. Wow, it just keeps pulling. It revs out to 8,500 RPM. It's immense. This car has 162 kilowatts of power and it reaches peak power at 7,800 RPM. The brakes on this thing and then the handling. Wow. Wow, that red line is so hard to reach. The potential of this car is so high. You really have to drive it and know what you're doing behind this car. It's a mid-engine vehicle. It's got 35% weight distribution at the front and 65% at the back. It hugs all the corners so flat. It's riding on its stock Bilstein suspension and it has some trickery about it that really blows my mind. This car weighs 959 kilos. That's probably attributed to how well this car handles its corners. The power to weight ratio on this car is immense. Not many people can see that this car has a supercharger on the outside, but to the trained eye, you'll spot it straight away. On the roof of this car, you'll see a hood scoop, and that actually feeds cold air into the intercooler of this engine. And as you can see right behind me, that's the whole ducting system for the supercharged engine. It completely takes away from the visibility of this car, but in turn, you get so much performance that even if you're potting around town above 2,000 RPM, there's power right at the tip of your foot. But it's not just about the power, it's about the driving feel. And when you're putting it through these twisties, it's got so much poise. It's dynamic. There's so much feedback through the steering wheel as well. This car has no power steering whatsoever. You know exactly what the steering is doing. The chassis is extremely communicative. It does things that sports cars won't do. In the cockpit of the car, you've got these racing bucket seats which hold you in this awesome driving position, and make no mistake about it, it is fixed. The steering wheel is not adjustable at all. This is an aftermarket Momo steering wheel with a really nice Alcantara touch, and it's also a removable steering wheel which allows for easy access in and out of the car. The car has just the thinnest piece of carpet as you step into the interior, a very tiny sun visor. There's a very basic stereo system in this car, and it's got air conditioning, and that's pretty much it. The shifter is quite direct, although the throws are quite long. It's a rewarding shift at each single gear you put it through. The pedals are on another level. I've never had a pedal box as good as this. It's perfectly positioned for heel and towing. Let's talk about the styling of the Lotus Exige S. When you see this car, you may think of it as an exotic vehicle, but this car is designed for the track. It's no longer than a Toyota Prius, and this car sits 1.16 meters high and it's very low to the ground. It's got a very aggressive stance so that it can hug the pavement wherever you go. But it still harks back to the classic Lotus Elise. This car is riding on Yokohama 808Rs, 205 at the front and 225 in the rear. It's got raised RE30s, 16x7 at the front and 17x8 in the rear. It's a very JDM touch, and I really like what the owner has done to implement some JDM touches. He's got a carbon fiber Voltex rear wing and it looks so good on this thing. At the rear you've also got a fully carbon fiber diffuser. At the front he's got a full set of canards and they really make this car look extremely tough on the road. It's got a really aggressive road presence. And the side mirrors on this car is also Japanese. You've got these carbon fiber craft square mirrors and they look a treat. He's also upgraded the front lip spoiler to enhance the aerodynamics of this car. There's no quirky features that does things for you whilst you're driving this car, and it's quite a difficult vehicle to master in terms of driving quickly because of that mid-engine setup and because of how light it is. You would think that this car is a very easy car to step into and to drive quickly, but no, the learning curve is high, but it's so rewarding that it just makes you want to drive it more and more. We're not even going at full pelt in this car, and to think that this car is a 14-year-old vehicle. Lotus has really made some kind of epic sports car back in its day. I don't think it's fair to compare this to a Porsche GT3 or even a GT4 for that matter. The price of this car is just so hard to beat. When new, this car was $115,000, but now in the second-hand market, it's chasing about $50,000. But there's not much in the market that can compete with this car. Make no mistake about it, this car is as impractical as it gets. It is so hard to get in and out of, but when you're putting it through these corners, you forget about all the impracticalities of this car and you enjoy all that this car represents, and that is the performance of this car. It really is unmatched on so many levels. A huge shout out goes to the owner, Ed, for letting me drive this pride and joy. Ed is actually the owner of Seeker Motorsport, and he's also the builder of the Civic Type R that I drove and many other cars that I featured on this channel. So huge props goes to Ed. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. In the comments below, tell me what you like about the Lotus Exige S, and as well as that, consider subscribing because I've got some more awesome content coming to the channel real soon. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.